So I'm not sure if this is actually the start to the vlog or I'll put it somewhere between, but this is kind of a moment I want to remember, and that's kind of how I like taking this channel. Some of them are reaction videos, well obviously this is not, and the others are just kind of for myself and my kids and for the one or two of you that like following me along, just kind of memories when I kind of look at things I may have done in the past that I just simply forget. And now it's I've just landed in Prague. Spent the whole day in Munich giving workshops, which was awesome. But the night before I had to get like up really early, so early that I was actually scared to look at my Aura ring because I knew it wouldn't be pretty. You know, the one that gives me a sleep score. And eventually I did, and it was 28 out of 100. So an hour and 10 minutes of sleep. Now I've landed in Prague. It's like 21:30 after waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And now I'm gonna get my luggage, because tomorrow is going to be an awesome day, because for the next 2 days I'm going to be hosting the Cassini Entrepreneurship Days. It means basically rockets and entrepreneurs, and that's stuff that makes me happy. And now, well, the usual, what I always say, I'm trying to get some food now and find my way to the hotel. But the funny thing is I'm tired, I'm wrecked, my eyes are dry, but I just love doing this. So yeah, one of these moments I just felt like sharing with you. But what's kind of mad is the more I travel, the more I miss my kids and my wife. And I always like at airports when I see places like this, I always particularly think of my kids and miss them even more. Thankfully I'm not traveling that much that I miss too much, but like every day without them is kind of hard. So kids, if you're seeing this, yeah, daddy misses you. So I do, and your mom. Yeah, and what was really absolutely undignified was I kind of fell asleep on the plane for a couple of seconds, and as I've had my contacts in since 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's 21:30 now, they were absolutely dried up, and I came out of the plane like going, ugh, and I couldn't see shit. But now, there's my case. Ooh, and it's the third week of my lumbago, so lower back, ouchie. it's getting better, but it still sucks. But it's getting better. It's kind of putting stuff on my sleep, but it'll get there eventually. So it's a 2 out of 10, I would say. So I've just arrived in my room, and it's a special one. I mean, it's really cool. It's just unusual because it has one bed, a double bed, so that's like 3. Behold, it has more. 4 and 5. 5 beds. So it gives me the opportunity to switch beds whatever I see fit. So I might have, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll end up sweating a lot, which I hope I won't. But I mean, life is about options, and now I'll have to choose what bed to take. This one looks quite good, but I'm not sure. But anyway, and I've managed to get food, so I'll get that now. It's a pizza. And yeah, I bumped into my client, which was also awesome, which also always teaches me, as a presenter, as a speaker, you should always look at least somewhat presentable. And the funny thing was, with my fogged up contacts, I was still like that, but that was fine. So that was a good icebreaker, but they're awesome. I mean, at the end of the day, they deal with rockets, right? And that's cool. Interestingly, kind of the focus of the conference has received an additional factor, and that's defense. Because, you know, in these days and times, we kind of noticed that rockets and rocket technology can be also used as a deterrent, as it would. So that's interesting. I kind of find that quite fascinating. So, yeah, curious. Pizza. So, it's a new day. I've eaten, I've been well fed, and I am in green Backstage light because I'm just starting with the preparations of this amazing location, hosting the Cassini Entrepreneurship Days, and this is today's stage. It's gonna be good. It's on space and defense. We'll do that. Small thing, I'm on level 7 of my in-ear, and still you're not that loud yet. So maybe we could raise your volume. That's cool. That's cool, because I wouldn't want to max it out. That's perfect though. Perfect. Yep, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because I still have some volume left in case I need to increase. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works for me very well. Thank you very much. And then I assume the people on stage are going to have the same. Yeah, and I mean, probably if it doesn't work the way I'd like it on the first session, then I can just probably relate to you.
Yeah, sure.
And sorry, the video is before she goes on stage, right? So, rehearsal's done on stage. Let me get this out. So that's good kind of sound checking, seeing if the communication works, how I want my in-ears set up. These things are always super important. Because what it helps, these ones, what helps me is not just to get information from backstage, but what's even more important for me is that I can hear my voice, so I can kind of know that the microphones are working and doing their thing. Because often on stage it sounds really weird, but you can't hear yourself because of all the loudness. Number 1, and number 2, I also get to hear the other speakers better. And like many years ago at that moment where I was on stage next to someone, and I couldn't hear them because very often the speakers, so that the amplifiers go forward, and you can't hear a thing, and that's really difficult. So I have the sound of the other speakers on my ears, my own, and I also get information from backstage, and it helps a lot. It's not a lot of information when it goes normally, but if things go wrong, that's where these things are really helpful. Or when countdowns, when you hear going on stage in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, poof. So they're gold. And of course also sitting backstage, like this is my backstage area, which it's gold. It's gold. Got a bathroom there. The stage is just out there. And I can sit here and kind of prepare the next session, but also hear what's going on. And if I hear there's some kind of a problem emerging, I can go on stage really fast. Whereas if I were to sit here and something happens, I don't know this, I can't hear this. So it's, in-ears are something like the gifts of the gods. So now I'm gonna go over my notes, add the new information I got. About an hour to go until it kicks off on stage, and very much looking forward to this. Now got the first part of the event rolling, which was like introductions and a fireside chat. And the thing is, I always try and get it as human as possible, because at the end of the day, you don't want to have like an interview, but rather a conversation between two people. You know, just having also random conversations, and they go in depth, and then not random like meaningless, but rather the way like humans really talk, not just about fact, but normal conversation. And now good to go. The thing is, now I've got my in-ears. Maybe you can hear it or not, I'm not sure. That's incredible camera work, by the way, but it's authentic. And while I'm doing that now, the adrenaline is kind of wearing off a bit, and now I can finally eat a bit. I usually need sugary stuff when I'm on stage, so I'll have a bit of a cake now while listening in. I'm not trying to get cake over my shirt, which would be very bad, but I cannot eat before I go on stage. After all these years, I just get nervous. So eat a bit and then get ready for the next panel discussion. Next block done. still got these interferences in my Indie. I just got new batteries, the antenna was relayed somewhere else, but still some interferences, but we'll get it worked out. And right now I'm trying to figure out some parts of the awards ceremony, because the thing is, a good part of my job is trying to figure out who does what when, because there's always some confusion, because there's always so many elements of people involved. So this is something I'm going to try and figure out now. And I remember last time when I was here in Prague, there was like this amazing pizzeria. So part of me is planning how to do stuff on stage, and the other part is going, pizza, pizza. My goodness, these vlogs are getting worse and worse, I think. But then again, yeah, probably me. Let's see, let's find out. So day one is a wrap. Award ceremony is just over. People still taking pictures, and the funny thing is, I've learned award ceremonies are always that moment where absolute chaos erupts, but that's okay. And you know, I'm sitting in the audience watching this, and yeah, trying to figure out some last bit for tomorrow, but that should be good. And fun day. Just couldn't get the in-ears worked out. It was just noise every day, all day long, but that worked also without that. So that was good. Had to tough it out a bit. So it's sometimes the little things. It's my third year here in Prague, running the Casino Entrepreneurship Days, and last year I discovered this awesome pizza place. I'm just going there, and I've been so looking forward to having that pizza again. It's kind of called slice pizza or something like that. Like super hipster, super unique. I hope it's just as good as my memory serves me, but I hope it is. Will you look at this? It smelled so good, and the funny thing was, like, the staff was wearing shirts with reviews on it. And one of them was, real Italians would roll over in their graves. 3 out of 5 stars. Seriously, this pizza is, can't wait to bite into it. Yes, but awesome t-shirts. So let's see if the pizza kind of matches it. I'm not going to do that on camera because, like, I'm just going to mess myself up. So I don't want that. And about 6.5 minutes later, it was really good. Really good.
Day 2. You can see it's day 2. My eyes have these rings, but I'm going for a different look, kind of dark blue, very dark blue. Yeah, felt like doing something new.
So I've been on stage now, basically on and off for the last couple of hours. Smaller stage today, a lot of pitching, and like 90 seconds, 30 seconds transition, 90 second, 30, and that's super simple but kind of hard work, because it's about keeping the flow going constantly, saying as little as needed and as much as needed, which sounds weird, but still you've got to keep the flow going. And then something most people don't see with presenters is you're always in the background trying to tie together the newest information, people not coming, backup, sound, whatnot. And that's kind of the art form, which I like. So interesting day. Quite tired. My aura ring told me that I had 7 hours of stress yesterday, which is, stress doesn't have to be negative, but it just shows it's kind of hard work doing all of this, which I enjoy, but I always find it hilarious when I see the results of the aura ring saying showing so much stress, although I'm having such a good time. And now it's on to the final pitching session. Back is kind of giving me some trouble, but on the feet, but then okay. Guess that's part of it. Still trying to find the perfect stretch to kind of release some of the muscles, but will do. And myself, I pitched my company in between as well. So you might remember I kind of started talking about that early on. I found a client who was very interested in that, so that was a good pitch for me as well. And yeah, more to come. So 2 days on stage have come to an end. I've just changed into civilian clothes and gonna head off to the train station now. But the funny thing is, I wanted to share this room backstage here is a bit like home, because I've been here now 3 times. And the funniest thing is, I shit you not, I've actually held a keynote from there 2 years ago. I had a box standing there, my notebook on top, and I held a keynote after going off stage in there, one of the things you do just occurred to me, and it actually worked quite well. So I like this room, like being here, had fun, and now onwards to the train station, and yeah, very much vlog style again, but the vlogs are for the memories and for the ones that want to join in that. So in that sense, thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and yeah, you know, the usual YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. That would be great, but seriously, much better would be just if you watch this, enjoy that, and say hi. See you next time.